Welcome! I'm the Arc Lady Diana Guerrero, and this is Things to Do Monterey, where you'll find answers to the best things to do when you visit the Central Coast of California. Here on the Central Coast of California, we've been in an amazing back-to-back storm experience. In fact, the last couple days going around the peninsula, it's been dodge the fallen trees, a lot of road closures, power outages, and related activities. So an interesting fact about those trees, we on the Central Coast of California were actually in a rainforest. The Del Monte Forest, also known as Pebble Beach, is filled with different types of trees, more notably for the couple different types of cypress that grow on the peninsula. Those roots are very, very shallow. And if you look closely when you come to visit, you'll see that the canopy is a weave of branches interlocking with each other to support the top part of the tree. Many of the trees branch off into two different main trunks. But what's important about that is if part of the tree breaks at the top, the weight is not supported evenly. It doesn't do a nice balancing act. And the root structure is very shallow. So when we get a lot of rain saturation like we have, the trees just uproot and topple over. Now, many of the trees are very, very old, and that's part of it. They've come to the end of their life cycle, and others just have been compromised. Having said that, it's probably a good idea if it's storming to avoid walking underneath tree-lined areas and stick to more open spaces. Also use caution on the ocean because of the sneaker waves, those large waves that come in. Now, if you're looking for some indoor activities for Saturday the 16th, there's the Women's Night Out at the Monterey Symphony over at the Sunset Center in Carmel. So the event starts at 6:30 and goes to 8 when the concert begins. You can learn more at montereysymphony.org. Carmel Delights at the Paperwing Theater located on Hoffman Avenue in Monterey, a burlesque show. The other thing I wanted to suggest, if it is raining, it's a good time to visit the Pacific Grove Natural History Museum. This is a beautiful building. You'll notice Sandy the gray whale out front. It's a sculpture that took 7 years to build. It's a favorite for children and residents and also visitors to the Monterey Bay Peninsula. But there's permanent exhibitions going on right now, and it's a good place to learn about the amazing biodiversity here, and also to take a glimpse at some of the special exhibitions. So it's always worth a stop. And the Natural History Museum is not too far from downtown Pacific Grove, where you can have a bite to eat, and a real short stroll to the park and down to Lover's Point, where you can look for the migrating gray whales and some of the wildlife. Now, again, if you're traveling with kids, always good to visit the Monterey Bay Aquarium or the American Tin Cannery. Both offer indoor areas for kids to play as well as things for adults to do. And one last thing, now that I have your attention, be sure to visit thingstodomonterey.com for additional tips and hints. And don't miss a session. Be sure to subscribe.